Look at that town center guy. It's beautiful. Welcome guys to another Age of Empires 4 casted games. We have in the color teal playing as the Malians. It's Can I Stop My Fall against his opponent playing as the Delhi Sultanate in the color yellow. It is Lucifron, the one and only. If you don't know Lucifron, you're about to know him because this guy, it's a top player, top player. Now I don't know who is Can I Stop My Fall player, but I bet he's a really good one. So we are watching the best of the best here. Now talking about the best of the best, EGCTV is hosting a tournament and the qualifiers will start soon. I don't think by the time of this video you will see them every weekend. Every weekend you will see new matches. They will start with the open qualifiers today, and you know it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. And last tournament was really good. I mean the skill level of the players were really high, and that's something I like a lot about the pros in Age of Empires 4 is that in every tournament you can see there's something different. Like someone got better, someone it's like, you know, getting like a different play style or things like that, and you see like new metas, you see new strategies coming out that from players who don't stream these strategies because they want to keep it as a secret, and they train under the under the curtain so that you will see them when the tournament arrives, and when you see them and you get surprised, it is too late. But most likely it's not gonna be the case today, maybe maybe not, but man, I just love how the Malians look like. All these buildings are beautiful, beautiful architecture. I believe this is also very easy to make. I know I told you many I think it's been months already that I was going to do the Mansa Quarry in Unreal Engine 5. That's still on my list to do. The reason I stopped is because I was doing the challenge of training like a pro for 1 month to see what are the results, and I will document my process and share it with all of you after I finish. So after I finish that challenge, I will take a small break, and then I will go back and I think I will model the Mansa Quarry, and I think I'm looking at my second model here. This looks like it's gonna be the town center, guys. It has to be. It has to be. Look at those shapes. They're beautiful. Yeah, it's so organic, made of mud, made of you know, I don't know what kind of material is this, but it's beautiful. It reminds me of my time when I was working at Ubisoft. I was working on a faction that was. It was in the. I work on Skull and Bones, and I was doing quite a lot of things. If you see a island that looks like a tiger, that's me. I made that one, and it's. I work on a faction that was pretty much similar to the Malians. They were very primitive, and I just love the shapes of this. They are so organic, and I just love it. I just love it so much, and. Maybe. So I will get back into 3D very soon. I mean, I say very soon, but it's gonna be in July. But anyway, let's get back into the game. Tower of Victory coming here for Lucifron. Obviously the best choice. You cannot ignore the 20% attack speed for the infantry. You just can't ignore that. That's a buff you get, you know, all over the game. If the game goes longer, you still benefit from it, so that's something you cannot ignore. Meanwhile, the Malians, they're gonna try to put their pit mines. We have one here, another gold vein here. Lucifron already spotted out, and another one in the back here. You can put it in the front, but that's very close to your opponent, so maybe you want to play safe with those in the back. So what Lucifron needs to do now, most likely, it's put some pressure into the Malian, because if you don't put pressure in the Malians, basically they will just do their thing. They will put some cows here, they will get a lot of gold, And if you try to play their game, it's like, okay, you boom on your side, I boom on my side. It's not gonna work. Especially as the Delhi, you're gonna have some map control, you're gonna have the sacred sites, you're gonna have the military advantage, and you want to use it. You want to cause some damage. That's exactly what Lucifron is doing. He's already have the first unit out in the game. It's gonna be the Gassy Raider. His opponent making some Donzos. It's a Spearman, but a little bit better. They have some extra armor. I think it's 1 milli armor they get. But they do cost a little bit more of wood. I think it's 30 wood instead of 20. So, and we're gonna see the javelin throwers, of course. So definitely Malians getting prepared to get attacked here. But Lucifron already have a couple of blacksmiths. This pretty much says to me that I'm gonna fight in the Feudal Age. I need those upgrades right away. I need them now. Scout following the scout. Classic stuff. Meanwhile, more Gassy Raiders. Looks like he's camping in the second pit mine for the Malians. The Malian player. Oh my god. Wait, hold on a second. There you go. Oh, I don't know what happened to my throat. But anyway, the Malian players are ready, waiting for him. So looks like he's gonna have to retreat. He's gonna try to take down the scout. That's actually valuable unit. You take down the scout, you take down the intel that your opponent has. It always feels good when you take down the scout and you're like, finally, he doesn't know what I'm up to. And to be honest, that's something I often don't think about. It's like, what my opponent is doing. Like, does my opponent knows my plan? Because that's something that I don't really ask myself. I just realized I don't really ask like if my opponent knows what I'm doing. At least not after the beginning of the game. That's I think that's very important. More Gassy Raiders coming. It's gonna be 6 already. Remember, you can put the scholars here. He didn't put them on the stable, but you can put the scholars here and you can produce these units really fast. Very fast. So you're gonna have some archers already. And the Gassy Raiders is just gonna force his opponent to make some units for the time being. Sacred sites equally distributed. Looks like he will have some units in the sacred site for now. At the same time, Lucifron. Looks like he's pushing the deer. Wanna be careful not to lose the scout here. Looks like he'll have to kill the... He has to kill the sheep. The sheep is a spy, man. The sheep is a spy. Don't let them leave. The sheep knows things. Never mind. Looks like he follows another scout. Problem solved. Meanwhile, more units coming from Lucifron. Equal army number for both players, so... No one is dying yet. No one is dying yet. And javelin throwers are really good. They do have a lot of attack. They attack from distance. And the Donzos also have their ability. They can throw a javelin from distance. So they're really good against those Gassy Raiders. I believe Lucifron is playing a little bit defensively for now. He does have units, but he's using them to control the sacred sites. So looks like he needs to wait just a little bit until he has enough units to push into the Malian base. I mean, technically, he has been forcing his opponent to create a unit, so that's a win for him. That means he cannot age up that fast. Doesn't look like a Calvum is starting anytime soon. In fact, there is a blacksmith. There is no Calvum coming up for the Malians. Most likely, you will get behind on military against the Delhi if you try to Calvum. Probably. And maybe in his mind, he's like, hey, you know what? Forget about the cows. I'm just gonna make some military. I don't want to lose the map control. Sacred site about to be neutralized. This guy doesn't want to finish the job. Meanwhile, some archers are already here. Lucifron still pumping units. Let's take a look at his base. Have a market just to sell the extra gold he got from the sacred sites, just to make more units. It's an evil strategy. More units coming here for Lucifron. It's gonna be more archers. 11 gassy raiders are already there. And of course a couple of spearmen, which I'm not really sure what they're doing there because there's no cavalry from the opponent. But you know, it is what it is. And the javelin throwers doing a lot of damage from distance, and the Donsos also doing some extra damage to those horsemen on the back. Gotta be careful not to lose the javelin throwers here on the choke point. Put them behind the walls, otherwise the horsemen will just deal damage to them. It's like some kind of equal trading from both parties. Lucifron still has the military advantage for now, but it's really hard to tell. Like with such tight values, it's only about taking a good fight. It's all about the micro battles here, and you know, the gassy raiders will just come and go until they can get any kind of hit. But we gotta be careful not to get hit by those Donsos and the Donsos that arrive from the back again to deal more damage. A spearman finally finding a job to do. It's like, I'm not afraid of a spearman. Let's just go hand by hand, guys. Guys, this is amazing. Just everyone sending units on the same choke point. It doesn't matter anything here. Nothing matters. Is it just me, or Lucifron is taking this battle? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell with so many Donsos already. He's building a lot of gassy raiders. You gotta be careful against those Donsos, and not enough archers for Lucifron yet. They're just coming. Oh my god, what a game. What a game. And looks like the Malians will hold for now, and with a small victory they take the sacred site. Unfortunately for him, there are a couple of sacred sites here, a couple of archers just guarding the sacred site, and that means still plenty of gold income for Lucifron. Is he mining gold? He's mining gold. Everything's passive here, guys. That's the power of taking the sacred sites. You must take the sacred sites. That's something I always forget. Everyone thinks about the relics and everything, and nobody goes for the sacred sites because they're like, I'm not gonna win by a sacred site victory now. But don't forget about the passive gold income you can have. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Meanwhile, some villagers coming here. It looks like they're gonna go for the berries. Look at this spot. It's beautiful. Berries and 2 deer patches here. Archers. It's gonna be... They are on duty. Looks like Lucifron will mask his army again. It's gonna be archers and spearmen. Now, a spearman, while they are weaker than the Donsos, they do have the extra attack speed that comes from the Tower of Victory. So do not underestimate the power of 20% attack speed. That's pretty much like the English network of castles that they have, which makes them really, really hard to fight against with. So these guys are pretty much on the network of castles buff, but they don't need a, you know, they don't need an outpost around just to get buff. They always have it. They always have it. So they are quite scary. And now Lucifron army looks way more scary this time. And let's take a look at the Malian. He has been focusing on the Cowboom for now. So obviously his military won't be as big as Lucifron. He just needs to survive the Feudal push from Lucifron, and he will be good. Looks like this villager won't finish the wall, unfortunately for him. The gassy raiders will find a way to get him, but they decide not to. And the javelin throwers already arrive, and these are a lot of Donsos covering the entrance. Villagers just gathering wood peacefully without knowing what's happening on the outside. Look at this wall. Oh my god. Say guys, this is why you not let things unfinished. You need to finish your work, otherwise things like this happen. Malians keep pumping units. Keep pumping units. Lucifron doing the same. 50 military units already out there on the map. Sacred sites already giving passive gold. And now this spearman. Look at that. The attack speed, man. The attack speed is all about pinching non-stop. Archers just trying to deal with the Donsos. And it's back to 10 Donsos only. And there's 8 gassy raiders here, so you gotta be careful not to lose all of them. Meanwhile, looks like Malians will go back behind the gates just to be safe. The Javelin Thrower is doing an amazing job. They're pretty much one-shotting everything they got. There's like 1,000 javelins into one unit. That's the issue with these units, is like they overkill. They overkill too much. So you target fire, it's not really the best choice sometimes. Or if you want to do it, you need to micro really well, like target fire with some units, target fire with another units, some other units there. It's like these Javelin Crows, they're like running to save point here. Looks like they will be able to decap the sacred site in the middle. He knows how important this is, because if you let the sacred site too long there, it's gonna get harder. And if it's less than 5 minutes, probably your opponent is already thinking, hey, I actually have a victory condition, I just need to defend the sacred sites and I win. And that's all he needs to do. And you only have one objective now. Is like, forget about kaboom and everything. The game is finished if the sacred site victory is on. So you're gonna capture it very early on before it's too late. So far, the Malians have been doing a really good job at defending. On the side of his map, the kaboom is pretty much halfway there. So you can already tell he's having a lot of food economy behind the scenes. I love the Malian soundtrack, man. I love it. It reminds me of the Lion King. It's like the Gassy Raiders will go for a raid. It looks like Javelin Throwers will arrive on time. That's the power of the Palisade walls. They really give you extra time before any kind of catastrophe happens. Looks like Lucifron is going for the berries here at the front. Getting those Gassy Raiders to check if they can raid. It looks like the archer still on duty here, only one left. He had some friends, but now he doesn't. He's gonna take down this Donson. And now with this wall, it's just really hard for him to go into this sacred site. So basically, you have this one that it's being captured again, and this one that you can just go, because the other one is just not available for you anymore. At the same time, Asia happening for the Malians with 34 military units. You gotta be very careful here, very careful. Your opponent has 65 military units. He's going like directly into your base. He's pulling every villager. Come on, guys, you need to get this Asia right away, because otherwise I'm gonna die. He has 34 military units against almost 70, so it's gonna be a tough one. And Lucifron is like chilling, but as soon as he sees the Asia, he's gonna go for it. It's like, okay, I'm going deep here. And now he needs to do as much damage as possible, otherwise his opponent will get upgrades, and it's not gonna be a fun time. Villagers sleeping here on the back. Donsos getting those veteran upgrades, but the numbers are just not so good for him now. He's getting those upgrades soon. Finally, veterancy comes for the units, and these will be harder to beat. But still, against 61 units, you never know what's going on. Archers with Tower of Victory buff, they are just doing a lot of damage. Remember, all these units have all the blacksmith upgrades, so they are a little bit tougher than what they should be. And Lucifron just keeps sending units to the Malians, and now he just non-stop just send units here, try to do as much damage as possible. He already killed 8 villagers, 9 villagers and counting. These archers will go to kill all the villagers they can find, and that's a huge loss for the Malian player. He's back to 14 units, but looks like Lucifron failed on the attempt of closing the game. You did some damage, you kill some villagers. Well, you kill 17 villagers, that's a lot. But you still have the kaboom here, which is a lot of passive income. And even without, you have two villagers on foot, we still have almost 1,000 food a minute. So Never mind, these guys are just running. I think they was used here. Javelin throwers. They just do very good against those archers because they do have a lot of range armor. +2 range attack also coming for him. At the same time, Lucifron with a compound of the defender aging up in the back of his base. Where is it? Where are you? There you go. At the same time, Sacred Site victory approaching for Lucifron. It's a lot of passive gold income you can get from the Sacred Sites. Meanwhile, the pit mine getting denied for the moment, but doesn't matter. A lot of units are here. And now this is the moment where the Malians, they can go archers with poison arrows. They can go Sofas. They can go Musafaris if they want, better Musafaris. They are really, really good. But most importantly, they can just spam units. Like a lot of units. You can already see we are pretty much equalizing in army value. 27 units against 37. It's gonna just spam units as soon as he recovers from this attack. This attack was devastating for him. This was really hard. Really, really hard for him. Meanwhile, Lucifron getting all those pocket resources in the map as soon as he can. He's getting those relics. And looks like Malian will continue on his quest to deal some damage to Lucifron. Because so far, Lucifron has been untouched. His economy has a lot of... his economy has been untouched. But the one who's been struggling here is a Malian player. Now, he does have the Carbon in place, but he did lose a lot of units, so... he needs to cause some damage. Not only like kill military units, but actually go there into Lucifron's base and try to, you know, idle some villagers or kill some villagers. Sofas doing what they can there to tank the damage. Meanwhile, the archers still not veteran. He's not getting veterancy for the archers. He's just getting some knights out, some man-at-arms, and some crossbows because the upgrades are just gonna take too long time. The upgrades are just gonna take too long time. And he's just gonna go there to try to get some villagers. Might lose a Cassie Raider, but a villager is worth it. Already lost 29 villagers so far. It's a tough position for the Malian. Definitely a tough one. But there are plenty of Lancers already here, as well as man-at-arms. And no Musafari warriors coming from the Malians. He's just making Musafari warriors, but there's none here, so these man-at-arms are just gonna work very well for him. Very, very good. Again, we see the same battle happening again in the same choke point. At the same time, Gassy Raider. Oh my god, this is huge value from Lucifron. He's actually killing a lot of units here on the back of his base, and he's not noticing. That's the worst part. Sometimes it happens, you don't notice, and you suddenly lost like 6 villagers here. Now man-at-arms will just go here. Knights taking down the archers. No poison arrows yet. So these are not gonna do as much damage as they should be. Musafari warriors starting to join the party. If you don't know, Musafari warriors is a man-at-arms without armor. But they do extra damage against heavy units. So they are really good against heavy armor units like the man-at-arms, especially the man-at-arms. And you can also argue that they are very good against Lancers because they are heavy armor units. More walls coming here. Looks like these villagers will die. Veterancy coming soon for the archers of Lucifron. Still having a lot of crossbows in the mix. A lot of knights, a lot of man-at-arms. For Lucifron playing this game really, really well. He's getting all the relics. Already 3 at home. 1 more coming. Most likely he will get 4. And now the Sofas go for a raid. Finally, a moment where the Malian can actually cause some damage to his opponent. At the same choke point. How many times have we seen this choke point in this match? It's like the preferred area of fighting. It's like the arena, you know. Sofa's trying to go for a raid. Looks like he will find something. He managed to kill some villagers. You already see 5 on the screen. 6 already. It looks like there will be more. 7 counting. At the same time we're watching this battle, some units are actually taking down a lot of villagers. Malians actually getting some value out of this. Veteran warrior scouts are being made, which it's a very cheap unit, and they actually do very decent at raiding. I mean, you don't mind losing those, they only cost food, so... More villagers going down. Another Sofas here, just taking down villagers. And just like that, in less than 1 minute, he took down almost 20 villagers. And still counting. This is a very nice comeback for the Malian player. Now, Village Fortresses is already there. I don't know if he's putting a keep somewhere. No, looks like he doesn't have the stone for it yet. But he's gonna recover really soon. He's gonna have those keeps. And if you don't know about it, Village Fortresses allows you to create villages from the keeps. And it's already researched as this unique technology for the Malians. So this is where the Delhi starts growing economically speaking. Looks like these villagers need to do a line here, get some gold. That's the worst feeling, man. At least only 2. Most fatty warriors just kiting those. Need to kite those Musafari warriors, otherwise they're just gonna kill you. Meanwhile, warrior scouts coming to save the game again. A keep already being made. It's gonna have the farms around the keep. Well, more Sofas going to raid. And you know, that's all you need to do at this moment. It's just raid. It's only raid. You don't need to fight the army. You just run. Run and raid. Run and raid. Make him bleed for some time. And then when he's already weaker, you can go and attack, and most likely if you win the fight, probably he won't be able to recover. Look at those Musafari warriors, sneaky boys. Oh my god, they got too close. Sofa's trying to find some villagers. Looks like they were safe by the stealth forest. More units coming here for the Malians. Looks like he already have the poison arrows. Let me take a look at. No poison arrows yet. It's gonna go for a second town center to recover. Definitely the right move. You only have 48 villagers. I mean, Kaboom is great, but if you only rely on that, you're not gonna be able to scale that much. Especially when your opponent is already producing more villagers with the keeps. You will never catch him up. It's mining more stone. Start taking some map control. He already lost. Those are quite of the empty farms. More Musafari warriors coming here. More units gathering here in the same spot. It's like all sacred sites being decapped for the moment. More Sofas, just the bleeding doesn't stop. At this point, I just want to create some stone walls for myself. Otherwise, it's just gonna be so annoying. So annoying. More Musafari warriors trying to get something. They only get some arrows. And more Sofas going for a raid. Trying to focus. Trying to let his opponent focus on these ratings rather than the big army that he has here. And looks like he will start torching that keep, and that's some stone loss for Lucifron for sure. He's gonna have to cancel it. And now we're talking about pretty equal military numbers, so this is gonna be a huge fight. Trebuchet already here just to take down some of the keeps. At the same time, Sofa's just taking down more villagers. And for the first time in the game, the Malians is taking the lead on the villager kill count. And now, Trebuchet starting to attack the keep here. It's gonna be a very damaged keep when it just goes up. Unfortunately for Lucifron, this keep is just gonna start with half of the health. Another Trebuchet already here. Most likely, you wanna mangonel against this. You definitely want a mangonel. Especially those are Tower of Victory archers. They do have a lot of attack speed. More raids happening on the back of the bases as we see this push in the middle going through. They just don't stop coming. I'm not even sure where he's coming from. More units just trying to defend the trebuchets. A mangonel is coming. Definitely what you need against so many archers. And Lucifron is back to 44 archers. He still have some army, but most of them are archers, which are great, you know? But it's not like high quality units. Meanwhile, poison arrows is being researched for the Malian player. And that's where things are gonna get a little bit scary. Now he's getting back with his trebuchets. I'm not gonna be able to... I'm gonna lose them. I'm gonna lose them for sure. Lucifron, despite having so many keeps, he's still struggling with the villager count. Mangonel. Nice shot. But that was the wrong unit. Another Mangonel comes out. And now Lucifron has to go back. He needs a Springle for this. You cannot fight against those Mangonels here. Especially against so many archers. You don't have any cavalry to snipe those Mangonels really fast. And it's becoming really... it's becoming a tough situation for Lucifron where you have this choke point. It's very important for you because you have your farms here. Have the scholars are already here in the siege workshop. He's gonna have Springles in a matter of seconds. I see seconds, but it's 11 seconds. It's actually very, very fast. Meanwhile, Malians keep pumping Springles for himself. Looks like he managed to damage some of those Springles. Trebuchet goes down. 3 Springles is all you need. All you need to take down the Trebuchet. And you need to be careful with those Mangonels. And poison arrows are already here. And he's pushing with those Musafari warriors. And Mangonel is out there for Lucifron as well. So he needs to retreat for now. A couple of Springles still for the Malian, so he can take them down, but still a lot of Springles from his opponent. Needs to play this very carefully. Very, very carefully. He cannot lose a siege battle at this point. He needs to keep making Springles. But his opponent is just making Springles so fast. He's having another siege workshop. You know what? You want to put the Springles? You want to play the Springle battle? I can make another siege workshop. Look at the poison arrows, they just do so well. They just do so well. Beat against Manatons. Keep halfway there to going down. It's gonna take some time. I mean, these villagers are repairing it. And Lucifron is back to 91 villagers, despite losing 47 villagers in this game. His villager count is growing very fast. You have... How many keeps he has? Let's take a look. It's like 1, 2, 3... I think he has 3 keeps so far. That's like 4 town centers in. It is 4 town centers in total. It loses 1 Sprinkle. Looks like he loses another. And now the Sprinkle superiority is from the Malian player. A little bit of a mistake coming from Lucifron, not checking those Sprinkles. They were very exposed. At the same time, just capturing this secret site. Already have a keep here. It's getting those berries from here. Already seeing 101 villagers from Lucifron. He's gonna start booming at this point in the game. It's just archers against the better archers, and there are some sofas there, so they're gonna be tanking a lot of damage. Spearman just gonna die in a blink of an eye, and the keep goes down, and it's being replaced by a mill. It's not exactly the same, but you know, it makes the work done when you have a lot of farms around it. And now the Malian push is coming. Delhi only with archers. He lost his siege. He's pumping a mangonel. He needs the mangonel right now. He doesn't have any unit to deal with those sofas. It's only archers coming from him. The mangonel will go out. He needs to attack at least before he dies, because those sprinkles are just gonna shoot it right away. Never mind, it's just gonna be the sofas. And now the trebuchets are just gonna be pushing here, and the villagers come here. Excuse me, sir, I need to build a keep. Can you move? And a keep is gonna get built here in the middle of the map for the Malian player. Meanwhile, javelin throwers just here protecting the villagers. Sofas gets called, and 3 mangonels are already there to scare all those archers. Say scare, but actually they kill them. And Lucifron taps out. Well played by these 2 players. Hope you enjoyed this match as much as I did. And if you do, I will see you in the next one.